So I'm County Commissioner Justin Chenette. I represent the communities of Saco, Old Orchard Beach, Hollis, and Buxton. Just to kind of build off what Brian said, Old Orchard's going through the process now for the Community Resiliency Grant program. I think they're aiming for the 50K, but it seems like because we're involving multiple communities, in our instance with the dredge, that 125 might be possible if we work with various partners. So Old Orchard's in the middle of that process now, so we can kind of see that play out if that's helpful as we sort of look at that as a potential funding mechanism, which is really important. Just to build off what Kevin indicated, and that was really helpful to kind of break down what the county's role in this process. The inspector, just so everyone is clear of what that process looks like, the county manager, Greg Zinzer, did enter into a contract with Walter Dynacola of QEA LLC because he nor I or any of the commissioners are experts in dredge technology. We just want to make sure that our investment is sound before we just give the final sign-off to the project and it comes to our beautiful community. So as Kevin indicated, we do anticipate that over the next couple weeks. So it shouldn't delay anything, but you know, we'll follow that very closely. We can continue to get updates from Greg and from the county. I know commissioners are very interested in seeing this through to the end. I don't necessarily share all of their same thinking in terms of sort of set it and forget it in terms of the county's role in this process. I think we still need to be part of the conversation. I think that coordination that we have been doing is really critical, and I think going forward with the establishment of the authority and the nonprofit, I think the county needs to continue to play a role in that, and seeing that the investment continues to go forward and that we see it implemented appropriately. So I know others will eventually share that same philosophy, but it's a process. But I know they're continuing to ask questions, and really appreciate SOS Saco Bay's leadership on this coming forward before the commission. I know Kevin and David and others came before us and continuing to provide updates. I think that that's their expectation just going forward, is anytime we can provide updates to them of this, how this process is playing out, they really appreciate that. And they're really continuing to look for continued ways of being partners in this process. And I think just going forward on a global level, I know the county historically hasn't necessarily played a large role in climate efforts, but I think through the Southern Maine Planning and Development Commission, I know Abby's going to speak to it in a little bit here, the county has a role to play in that commission. I serve on the executive committee of that commission representing the county, and I know through that mechanism there's a lot of great climate initiatives taking place, as Abby will probably indicate, and we're really proud of that commission's effort. So through that commission, the county can continue to play a role in looking at how we can be stewards of our environment and continuing to tackle climate mitigation strategies. Thank you, David.
Thank you.